echelon squad ready for action.
Welcome to a 1v1 on Angleville. Fortune versus WuFF. I've cast both of these players a little bit in recent days. Apparently Fortune is going rear echelon troop spam. What is it with rear echelon troops these days?
Rear echelon troops on the front line.
I have not seen this work. So, if this works, somebody needs to demonstrate that. So far, getting extra rear echelon troops just seems like a universally bad idea, but maybe not against Oberkommando West. Maybe not on all maps. Let's see if it works against WuFF's OKW on Angleville. I guess we'll see. Spreading out to quickly take territory. He has gone with 4 extra rear echelon troop squads. That is a lot of manpower into non-combat units. Let's see how WuFF fares against it. He's throwing down a lot of reinforced wire positions here to deny cover to his opponent. Going with pretty standard Volksgrenadiers build. The entire right half of the map is going to get taken extremely quickly here. And because these Stern Pioneers are spending so much time building cover positions, WuFF's territory is going to be very small by comparison. Connecting up his fuel point here on the left side and providing himself vision with the SWS here. By not contending for the right, he is giving Fortune a lot of territory for free to this extremely large amount of rear echelon troops. Well, all those things about rear echelon troops may be true, but I have yet to actually seen it executed in practice. Green cover REs using volley fire versus yellow cover Volksgrenadiers. I'm not sure that's actually going to do anything. So that's probably 20 munitions down the drain. That did nothing. Volksgrenadiers will obviously win that engagement, and Stern Pioneers are successfully taking control of this cutoff. Rifle grenade from the fighting pit right there. Then the rear echelon troops leave their position inside of the fighting position. Get back inside. Get back out. Just to launch that one grenade. That one's not going to do anything. Stern Pioneers will get back into medium range against them. Volksgrenadiers engaging against these rear echelon troops building a green cover position in the road. They're probably going to secure this building and win the engagement that way. This squad going down quick. Makes a dash for the cutoff house, but is also probably going to get burst from the structure quite quickly. These rear echelon troops actually made it to the house first. They could win this engagement with only 2 south-facing windows. Maybe or maybe not. There's a lot of engagements happening simultaneously all over this battlefield because of this build, and WuFF has the advantage in most of them, but he may eventually be forced to retreat by superior numbers. But so far, it's obviously going extremely well. Full control of the left side and the right side cutoff has been taken. And Stern Pioneers have racked up 5 kills before being forced to retreat. If he gets out without losing any further models, he will have traded extremely well in their opening engagements. More Volksgrenadiers on their way out. Cranking out tons and tons of Volksgrenadiers is probably, at least initially, the right thing to do against rear echelon troop spam, because you're guaranteed to win an engagement against at least one rear echelon troop squad with Volksgrenadiers, and probably more than that. If he secures building control here, that could be very bad for Fortune. I can't tell who's going to win that. Rear echelon troops get to the house first. So Volksgrenadiers have definitely lost this and will need to retreat. But he's going to try and just decap this point. Probably not going to happen without a grenade toss or something. He doesn't quite have grenades yet. Battle Group Headquarters is about to complete here in the base. Ooh, his Stern Pioneers did not get away without further casualties. In fact, they barely survived their retreat.
Assembly complete. Back up to full force.
Grenadiers ready.
Squad back to full strength.
Capture complete. No enemy activity.
Volksgrenadiers making their way down the right side, getting this territory captured. These Volksgrenadiers are going to shift over towards that munitions. Map control advantage still very much Going to WuFF, he has both fuel points right now, and rear echelon troops are struggling to keep up with the growing army of Volksgrenadiers, but the early capping power of Fortune's build has afforded him a 5-minute captain. Probably going to be trying to get out a Stewart, maybe? I guess. That's going to take a while, though, if he doesn't get a fuel point back soon. He's kind of getting shut down. No commander selection yet, so I'm not sure what the end game is here. Pack howitzer in production. Stern Pioneers moving to re-engage over here on the right side fuel point, try and keep Fortune down. He will get it briefly captured from the look of things here. But he's going to lose it again. Fighting Pit is going to force these Stern Pioneers to keep constantly dodging around.
The enemy has cut our supply chain. Our resource sector has been isolated.
And I'm not sure a Panzerschreck can go through these hedges, so I don't know if he's going to be able to destroy it that way or not. He needs to stay in motion or he's going to take a lot of damage. Volksgrenadiers working on the left side cutoff should be able to win that engagement. Raketenwerfer also out to protect against the Stuart. I don't know if Raketenwerfer was necessary that early. He doesn't know exactly how much fuel his opponent has. He may not have spotted the captain yet either, so yeah, he hasn't because he's just supervising here in the base, which is a pretty expensive unit to not at least send a cap or do something. Stern Pioneers will finish capture of the point. Pack howitzer has revealed itself there. Volley fire deployed by the rear echelon troops inside the fighting pit will suppress those Volksgrenadiers, and they will go with a grenade here, potentially wiping the squad. There they, left the structure just in time. And they should be able to get that repaired. BAR upgrades are coming now on rear echelon troops. This squad has one BAR. That'll make them slightly better against Volksgrenadiers, but they might still struggle. And infantry support gun out as well. Tier 4 in production. Tier 4 in such a safe location against Captain Tier is probably, I guess, the right call. Won't be able to push away any of his opponent's attacks with the flat gun, but it will also be in no real danger of being destroyed by pack howitzer plus AT gun combo, so playing it very safe. Indirect fire being exchanged on both ends of the battlefield. No serious losses inflicted on anybody yet. Pack howitzer's got a kill. Infantry support gun hasn't made anything happen yet. Oh, wow, my alert has no music. What the hell? Okay, still isn't working. Retaliation with the 5-month resub. Thank you so much for the continued support. I don't know why the music didn't play, but I'm glad at least the image popped up. Thank you, Retaliation. Much appreciated. Thank you for being a sub for so long. It wouldn't be Romeo's dream if the alerts worked. I would just, you can't have that. Pack howitzer gets cleared by a successful flank right there, and he lands one shot on the gun itself. So if he could somehow find a way to damage that further, he might be able to destroy it completely. Fortune is repositioning that maybe so that he can get some repairs done. And the infantry support gun also nails the AT gun with a really good shot at range. They continue to battle for this fuel point. The fighting position has actually done some... Oh no! The surprisingly good work with the rifle grenades. Wow, they fell so dangerously low right there, but it looks like they're going to survive their retreat.
90-day wonders. Fall in.
On the line. Get that newbie somewhere where he can't get us all killed.
No Stewart out for Fortune. I thought that might be his plan, but nope, he's just going to continue to operate on a completely rear echelon troop-based force and maybe make his way towards Major next, utilizing Captain Tier just for the AT gun and Pack Howitzer, neither of which has really done anything amazing yet. Volks Grenadiers making a push for the victory point here, and the BAR equipped rear echelon troops will scare out some Volks Grenadiers from the left. Tier 4 is up, and been up for a while. I'm surprised he doesn't go Panzer II, as he would go largely uncountered and shred rear echelon troops like there's no tomorrow. He would just have to stay. Oh, wow. Those bazooka snipes, that was 2 in a row. Volks Grenadier squad gets wiped. That was a bit of bad luck. Captain takes out a Volks Grenadier squad there. And Pack Howitzer fire on this squad prompts them to retreat, but fighting position does get picked up over here on the right side by these advancing Volks Grenadiers with their Panzer Shreks, and Luftwaffe ground forces just got selected by WuFF to try and deal additional damage to infantry. That way, Fallschirmjäger take control of the cutoff building, may be able to grab this cutoff. Meanwhile, Stern Pioneers are fully healed and reinforced, and will start working on the left side cutoff again. Double Raketenwerfer out. That's a lot of manpower into units that aren't very helpful. We're playing very conservatively in that regard.
Enemy is alerted to our presence. Prepare for counter-strike.
Ooh, BAR squad just got wiped by the Fallschirmjäger in the building. They just will not die. Rear echelon troops are never going to be able to force that squad out of there. The Pack Howitzer needs to get big hits. That was a pretty decent one. Fallschirmjäger leave the structure to try and pick up another squad, which they might do. Not quite. They will get away. More rear echelon troops coming out of the base are going to force that retreat. There they go. Two models lost in exchange for who knows how many killed, plus a squad wipe. Those Fallschirmjäger had a pretty good impact.
Battalion just released a major for action.
Left side is falling to a minesweeper squad. Stern Pio is trying to trade for territory behind enemy lines. Still no tier 4 unit out. Respective indirect fire units look like Pack Howitzer is not doing much, and the infantry support gun not doing much. Lots of infantry just running around, no static team weapons besides the indirect fire units themselves, so no big hits emerging.
Incoming Panzer Shrek! Move complete. Target secured. All right. Here's the thing.
Round on!
Flanking attack! Keep your heads down! Return fire!
Stern Pio's making a play for the VP, are having trouble keeping pace with this many REs capturing over here on the right side. Has to run from point to point, forcing them to retreat.
We've received our field promotion!
Fallschirmjäger fully reinforced and making their way back to the front line, and an MG-34 has also been fielded into this structure.
Incoming fire!
Rather than sticking around capturing territory, they're going to make a big push towards this Pack Howitzer. It looks like they'll be able to chase that off unopposed while engagements are happening elsewhere on the map. These Sturms are losing to this Vetu rear echelon troop squad somehow.
Field promotion! Grenadiers!
Fallschirmjäger will catch the Pack Howitzer way out of position. It has no protection at all. Looks like it will just be a bunch of free veterancy for them. They just threw that grenade though. That didn't really do anything. That's a lot of munitions to do that, by the way. It's 45 munitions for that bundle grenade. So, alright. They pick up all of those kills essentially for free, and now they're going to start sawing through rear echelon troops in an AT gun over here, and they are inflicting serious harm. Fallschirmjäger are probably an excellent pick against this strategy because they just unleash so much damage and they can in green cover and in buildings take very little in return. They have 18 kills and they've only dropped 2 models in exchange. So this purchase has worked out very well so far. Captain's gonna try and scare him off. Might succeed. They're vet 2 now. Not sure who's gonna win this. A frangible could turn it back in WuFF's favor. He goes with a bundled instead. Deals pretty decent damage. Captain falling low. Will pick up a bazooka snipe though, and the Fallschirmjäger have no choice but to retreat.
Taking fire!
Oh! Man, 2 snipes in a row. That is not fair. Oh well. Bad luck for WuFF right there. He might field a replacement squad. Panzer IV in production.
Running one of our capture points. That's it. Point's ours. Our supply line just got cut off.
They got a zero in here!
WuFF is now dedicating more forces over to the right side engagement. To try and make sure he maintains control of this half of the battlefield. Maybe once his Panzer IV arrives, he'll rotate more back over towards the left. And here it is. I still think Panzer II would have been a better idea. It would have arrived much sooner and put a lot more pressure on this rear echelon troop build. So that's my opinion, though.
Area secure. Hold the position.
White phosphorus being dropped on this AT gun to prevent theft. There is a machine gun protecting it. I don't know if that was really necessary. That's a lot of munitions to do that. But, okay. Forward retreat point set up here on the ambulance, which is not really much of a forward retreat point, but the Major is out and on the field. Fortune will have access to the EZ-8 soon. Panzer IV moves up to destroy that AT gun, which forces those rear echelon troops into the white phosphorus to prevent it. Infantry support gunshot just misses the blob right there. AT gun will be recovered successfully. Panzer IV is going to continue kiting away from the captain.
Grenade! We're getting chewed up here!
We're losing a capture point.
Point captured!
Is that white phosphorus again? Or major artillery or something? It is white phosphorus again. That has a pretty short cooldown. Coming down on the houses and team weapons up here will force further retreats. That's pretty much all of Fortune's munitions exhausted to use that ability twice. Second one connects a little better though. MG34 should definitely consider pulling back for repairs instead of just tanking this, falling low fast. Fallschirmjäger took a pretty nasty amount of damage from that too. Left side has fallen unopposed to the Sturmpio squad though.
Grenadiers back.
Can't believe he hasn't left that building yet.
Take it! Active fire!
A gun crew
Well,
have been lost.
he was kind of asking for that to happen.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
Oh! Really?
Lost a squad of infantry.
Wow, that is such bad luck. So much for those Fallschirmjäger, I guess.
Fire!
Fire support.
Squad!
Give us
Get
some
ready!
trouble here.
Sturmpio's going in on the rear echelon troops right there.
Squad, get ready! Enemy contact! Where's he at?
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
Fire! Maneuver and fire!
There's the retreat from that captain. He's got to get out of there. Rear echelon troops continue taking territory over here on the right side. It's a lot of back and forth. I feel WuFF probably could have taken more full control of this game. if his luck had not been so terrible, but also if he had gone with a Panzer II very early on and pushed his opponent completely off the map. Now an Easy 8's about to hit the field. His Panzer IV is going to struggle to compete against that a little bit, but he is also prepared for it with his own Raketenwerfers, so it's not too big of a deal. But how the medium armor battle plays out from here forward is going to be very important. And the victory points are still quite high up for both players. Nothing too dramatic has happened yet. But 2 Fallschirmjäger squads getting wiped by bazooka snipes and lucky packhauser shots has cost WuFF a lot of manpower.
Under attack!
Squad back to full strength.
Standing by. Back to full strength. Contact! Heavy entry!
Sherman, taking fire!
Easy 8 starts working the right side of the map a little bit.
Area is out.
Near echelon troops making their way up towards the left will be engaged by Volksgrenadiers. Now that they have BARs, they'll probably win this engagement. It looks like it's going pretty well for them so far. They both get to the cover position. Volksgrenadiers have already dropped a model. Grenade toss to turn the engagement in WuFF's favor will force the retreat right there. As the squad hits Vet 4, White Phosphorus barrage from the pack howitzer is going to try and force this machine gun from the structure. No hits have quite connected properly yet, though.
Contact!
Target secure. Infantry, cut them down.
Panzer IV chases some infantry off the left side, and the Easy 8 will move to engage on the right. Panzer Schreck buddies plus Raketenwerfers are, wow, extremely ready for this push. This was a huge mistake. Trying to recover as gracefully as he can, goes for a crush maneuver and pops a little smoke. That Raketenwerfer couldn't quite get a second shot off, and it looks like he might get away clean. Pack howitzer clears the Raketenwerfer, and the Panzer Schreck squads don't land any further shots. And Easy 8 gets very lucky right there. Surprising that it managed to escape. The Raketenwerfer positioned on the flank didn't rotate to finish the job. Easy 8 gets away with 1 hit from death. Volksgrenadiers will retreat with 1 man remaining from advancing near echelon troop squads. And WuFF's team weapons will be put in danger. The Panzer IV arrives to protect.
Volksgrenadiers back to full strength. Neutralized infantry. Establish defensive line.
Get into march! Protect the flank!
Obtain field promotion. Light tank ready for action.
Oh, now he gets a Panzer II.
Structure is up.
I feel like he did this in the wrong order. Why would he get this after a Panzer IV? Alright, well, I still think it's a good purchase, but he's going to struggle to have as much of an impact with it now,
Say again. Round complete.
as opposed to if he had rushed this, but already forces 1 retreat there. He just needs to be careful of the Easy 8 and
Enemy attacking!
We lost a gun crew.
pick his battles correctly. Riflemen are burning a house down over here apparently to prevent Fallschirmjäger from being fielded out of it. But WuFF's not really in a manpower situation that can afford further elite infantry right now. Stern Pioneers and REs just trading territory on the left side, both unopposed for now. AT gun well positioned for the Panzer II's advance. That's going to be forced back. Second shot does not quite connect, though. Stern Pyos go in on the REs over here. There is a mine for this engagement. Oh, and they step on it perfectly. 3 of them go down, and the engagement is easily won by the Sturms. Volksgrenadiers are forced back over here on the right because of the AT gun. And there's actually a second pack howitzer out now. Double pack howitzer in indirect fire means the pressure is on WuFF to make a big push and try and find an opportunity to clear or destroy those. With all buildings either destroyed or occupied in the area, well, this isn't destroyed yet. Fallschirmjäger could pop out of that, or this shed, if he wanted to make a big play against this wall of team weapons, in conjunction with a push by his armor, which would probably succeed if he could get some good Raketenwerfer shots off on the EZ-8, which is kind of the main thing stopping a big engagement from going in WuFF's favor over here on the right side. Raketenwerfer setting up, gets a shot off on the EZ-8 there. Panzer IV and Panzer II both still at pretty decent amounts of HP, but could do with some repairs. A lot of retreats here from Fortune. There is going to be an opportunity to get rid of these pack howitzers. This is probably what it's going to look like. I don't think WuFF is going to make anything happen. He's got a lot of forces of his own retreating and healing in the base. What is he doing? Why? What was that? He just like shot at his own Volksgrenadiers there for a second. Okay, I don't know. Paul, you just got permabanned from Han stream. Oh, Paul. Look what you did.
Americans just eliminated a gun crew. Under fire! Panzer engaging!
Raketenwerfer shot on the EZ-8 connects again, but it is slowly advancing with rear echelon troop support up the right side and getting victory point control. BAR equipped rear echelon troops look like they might clear out that Raketenwerfer if they don't get pushed away. Volksgrenadiers doing a little bit of damage trying to finish the job. You can really feel how different these engagements are without the Fallschirmjäger around. Fallschirmjäger were doing such good work, but because they got Panzer Schreck sniped through the building, just wiped that whole squad though. That's a pretty lucky pickup. There have been some... Oh wow, and a Stuka is out apparently. Okay, coming down in this area. We will try to clear out a nothing, I guess. I don't know what that was aimed at. I guess he was hoping his opponent would retreat through it, but that barrage did 0 damage. Didn't connect. I think he would be better served aiming that Stuka at these team weapons, trying to get them cleared out. Well, okay.
Get out of his line of sight!
Second EZ-8 on the field now, and this formation of tanks in the front protected by AT guns on their flank and then pack howitzers bombarding from range is proving very difficult for WuFF to deal with. His manpower is being bled pretty severely now. 15 kills on this, 7 on this, and the infantry gun has only 5 in exchange, so there is a lot of onus on the Panzer II and Panzer IV to perform. This one's got 16, so it's doing okay, and the Stuka in particular really needs to start stacking up some kills, because that's a huge purchase. You can't afford to whiff any more barrages, I don't think.
to full force.
Infantry assault! Bürgermeister mit Panzerfeuer! Battle promotion!
Delay orders. Ceasefire. Check empty. Fire armor. Flank him. Send orders.
Panzer II overextends ever slightly against the Easy 8 plus AT gun, and I think it, yeah, could have been destroyed right there. Delayed blast for some reason. AT gun plus Easy 8 finish it off, and it does not have the impact it needed to have. Fielded far too late. Ooh, and the Stuka just wasted another barrage on his building. Opponent leaves the structure just in time, and the team weapons go unharried. Except for this one, I guess, which pulls back into the base for repairs and healing.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
Kedwarfer moves up a little bit, gets a couple nice shots off, brings that Easy 8 down low, and it's up to Vet 3.
Ready, have to complete it!
And Vet 4 is where it gets the range increase, so you have to do really well with the Kedwarfer to actually get it up to the point where it's able to compete with other factions' anti-tank weaponry, but this one looks like it stands a chance of doing it. Grenade toss to turn that engagement. Volks Grenadiers are actually going to shift back over towards the left. Victory point situation is still dead even. Both players at almost exactly 300. Neither one of them seems to be able to take a decisive lead. But Fortune is up by 20 pop cap. Up by 20 pop cap and up by 1 tank. Actually more than 20 pop cap, he's got it. Easy 8 repairing right there. Jagdpanzer in production now. Probably a good call. But he does need an effective tool with which to deal with his opponent's infantry. His Panzer IV is his most powerful anti-infantry unit, and it's not really pulling quite enough weight on its own. Because there's a lot to chew through in order to get to the juicy targets in the back. If his Stuka doesn't land any beautiful shots, which so far it has not, it's ready to fire again. He could just find this line and make magic. This game could take a dramatic turn.
Squad back to full strength. We stand at 300 points. Task complete.
I have no idea where that's aimed. Okay. Probably fired blind and whiffs it again. Minor damage to the Easy 8, no damage to any team weapons.
Your sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
Enemy flanking us!
Weapon crew back to fighting strength.
Ready!
Rear echelon troops making their advance across the right side fall a little low right there, but they are briefly capturing some territories, including the right side fuel point. Volks Grenadiers trying to counter and push it back. Panzer IV up to 25 kills. I have no idea who wins this engagement. Maybe if they threw their stun grenade. Do it! Stun grenade for the win! Vet 3 Sturms! No? Alright, they're gonna lose this then. Flamethrower pulling ahead in that engagement. Sturms are gonna have to retreat. Engagement continues over here on the right side. The Jagdpanzer in the back is not finding any shots through the white phosphorus smoke. The Panzer IV is going to have to pull back a little bit, out of range of the American AT gun. That squad almost got wiped. That was close. Whole map is turning blue. Fortune taking good control of this game since he has yet to really get hit by a Stuka barrage. He's now floating quite a bit of resources. Pops his crews out for further repairs here in the back. He has not yet lost an Easy 8 and can easily replace any losses. Meanwhile, WuFF is stretched extremely thin. He has no manpower left. His infantry army is not all that impressive looking. And he can't seem to find a way to get rid of those packhousers. Ooh, this could be a good pickup, though. Riflemen get killed over there on the left side, so that's... Fortune's one squad of riflemen will lose access to his flamethrower. But a big blob making its way up the right side is going to scare off all of WuFF's team weapons over here. The Tier 4 structure is available to counter this overly aggressive push, though, and a bunch of those squads will retreat. Rear echelon troops take up a position in the building, and I have a feeling the Stuka is about to waste its barrage on this structure. Maybe not. Maybe he'll find a better opportunity. I have no idea what he's shooting at. I think he's firing blind again. Maybe into that retreat path? I think he probably just whiffed. Yep, not even close. These Stuka barrages are costing him the game. He spent so much resources on it and it has not even got one kill yet.
Americans are making a push. The Americans have cut our supply line.
Panzer IV doing what it can against Easy 8s. Shots are all bouncing on both sides. The Panzer has a line from the north as well. There's a hit. Smoke being deployed by the Easy 8s. And the American AT gun will push this attack back. Activates take aim, but the snipe does not connect. Panzer IV rounds the corner to safety. Meanwhile, Easy 8 going very hard against the Panzer over here. It is in AT gun range and taking damage. Double Rakettenwerfer set up for that Easy 8's advance, though. It pulls out of their line of fire. The Panzer gets stuck on it. They're phasing through each other. He needs to get that to safety, and those Rakettenwerfers need to get in range on it. There's one shot. He needs another to connect. There it is, out of control and destroyed. The Panzer should be able to pull back to safety and get repairs. The AT gun will not be able to get in range to destroy it. So pretty good engagement there for WuFF. He loses no armor, his opponent loses an Easy 8, but he has a lot of resources worth of units left to chew through before this game will be back under his control, and he needs to maintain victory point control as well. And these rear echelon troops are proving difficult for him to deal with. White phosphorus being dropped in his retreat path means he needs to get all of this out of here now. Ooh, that looks like it could potentially hurt if the Easy 8 follows through this cloud of smoke. He'll find two heavily damaged team weapons on the other side, but the Panzer IV may be able to protect. It's Vet 3 Panzer IV now, getting very powerful. Easy 8's in a little bit of danger, taking Panzerschreck fire. If that Panzer IV were to chase, he might be able to snipe it at range. There's only one AT gun here to protect it. Volksgrenadiers will provide vision. Doesn't look like he wants to overcommit, though, this engagement. Volksgrenadiers find an opening against these team weapons in the back, too. Stuka could move up to fire at something. This engagement's going very well now. Oh my god, a Stuka barrage on that would be devastating. Just imagine. So much potential, this game, for that Stuka, that it has not reached.
Execute.
It's firing blind again, maybe? I don't know what that's aimed at. Pack howitzer. Ooh, that was the money shot. It takes the Easy 8 and a pack howitzer. Very nice Stuka barrage. Finally. Oh, I've been waiting all game for that to happen, and the Stuka comes into its own 40 minutes in. Meanwhile, an AT gun being picked up over here on the right side. What a turnaround. Fortune will exhaust all of his resource reserves to get new team weapons and tanks on the field, and the game will be even once again.
Contact! Unknown force! Panzer engaging! Americans showed 300 points on their line. Target secure.
He was floating resources before because he was pop-capped. You guys, you realize that, I assume. He couldn't field any more units. Infantry support gun doing kind of okay now too. It's actually up to vet 3. I mean, it's only 10 kills though, so maybe not actually. Oh geez, a flak emplacement? Come on. Don't throw that victory down the drain by building this thing. Maybe against rear echelon spam it's not totally horrible. Seems pretty bad though. Alright, flak emplacement up on the left side to protect this victory point, and it is so far doing kind of okay, I guess. But it's no Bofers. Decent Stuka barrage right there. Nothing too serious though, just light damage to one rear echelon troop squad. Flak emplacement serves as bait for the EZ-8 right there. Jagdpanzer moves up on the rear armor, gets one shot to connect, and chases off another capture attempt. Meanwhile, engagements happening on the right. We'll see this EZ-8 engaging from behind a shed right there. Volksgrenadiers decrew one of the AT guns. The Vet 3 Panzer IV is idle in the base receiving repairs, so it's not participating in any way right now. EZ-8's moving up the right side to try and clear out these team weapons. There are 2 Raketenwerfers over here, including this one's a Vet 4. I hope he preserves that because it does have the range bonus. It is falling a little low. Panzer IV moves to support in this engagement, and the Stuka has to pull back to safety away from that EZ-8. It looks like the Vet 4 Raketen will get sniped by bazookas. Man, that captain has wiped so many infantry squads this game. That is a shame. He had just got that vetted up. EZ-8 might go down in exchange, though. Main gun destroyed. One more shot needs to connect. Ooh, from a sneaky Panzerschreck squad on the right. I didn't even see that, and the EZ-8 goes down. Nice play by WuFF again, who continues to take the lead. Squad in the building gets wiped by a Panzer IV shot, and it's up to Vet 4. It is getting to be a very powerful unit. It has 38 kills and gets stronger with every engagement. Oh! That random infantry support gun shot to really take that engagement. Everything gets wiped. Bazooka and BAR dropped on the ground, which could be nice to give to some Volksgrenadiers, I guess. White phosphorus deployed for some reason. Do a little damage to those stern pyos, I guess. Or not. Do anything is also an option. WuFF has the entire left under his control. Could maybe go grab those strategic points with this idle squad of Volksgrenadiers, but I guess he doesn't care about resources so much as he just wants to hold the VPs and keep the clock ticking against his opponent. Try and knock that 50-point lead off the board, as he is quite close to being pop-capped. But I mean, a King Tiger could be a very real possibility for him this game. And it would probably be able to succeed where all of his other options have failed him in finally like annihilating some of his team weapons, including the pack howitzer in the back, which is up to Vet 3. Has caused him numerous headaches this game. A little off target with that Stuka barrage right there. Light damage to these team weapons, but nothing decrewed, so veterancy will be preserved. Looks like killing an EZ-8 is going to be the Stuka's only real major achievement this game. But that is a pretty good achievement for a Stuka.
Contact reports show the Americans are at 100 points.
Ooh, that infantry support gun almost picked up another miracle wipe right there. Panzer IV bringing the EZ-8 down quick. It will be forced away. He's not going to give chase. This Panzer IV is playing so carefully. I'm surprised he hasn't chased at least once. But he's probably making the right call against... There's a Jackson on the field now, double AT gun. He does not want to risk his highly vetted tank. He doesn't have to. A Vet 5 Panzer IV is probably potentially more useful to him than a King Tiger. So... good to have that thing around. A much more mobile anti-infantry unit. with pretty okay anti-tank, but he does have the Jagdpanzer, I think, for more heavy-duty anti-EZ8 firepower. He's gonna get Obersoldaten. Interesting choice. I was kind of expecting a third squad of Fallschirmjäger at some point, but I guess he would rather get Obers for their longer range. Try and laser beam rear echelon troops down that way. Vet 5 Sturmpiles with a BAR and a bazooka. What a cute squad. They have worked hard this game. How many kills do they have? 29. I think that's his initial squad of Sturms too. Nice unit preservation by WuFF on these guys. EZ8's gonna chase them away over here, but the Jagdpanzer is available to protect. Gets a little bit of damage done to that EZ8. And infantry on the right side retreat from pack howitzer fire once again. And WuFF is up to 260 fuel. I wonder if he's thinking about any further fuel purchases or if he just wants to support this core of vehicles for the rest of the game, spend his manpower on infantry instead. Looks like his Jagdpanzer might go down. This could be a bit of an overly aggressive maneuver by Fortune, though. I don't know if I agree with it. Big hits going in on the Jagd, but support is on its way for sure. Jagdpanzer almost picks up the EZ8. It could go down to the flak base defenses, and it does. And Panzer IV is going in hard onto Jackson here. Activates Blitz so that it cannot possibly get away. Look at that rate of fire. That thing fires its main gun so quick, and Fortune's armor is completely destroyed over here. Jagd goes down in exchange, but I don't think that's enough. The Jagdpanzer's not as important to get rid of as this vetted Panzer IV with super rapid fire autocannon, apparently. Stolen Raketenwerfer gets cleared. This AT gun's cleared. I think we may finally see these pack howitzers actually destroyed. Panzer IV takes advantage of this. No, it's not. It's just going to continue playing super safe, sitting there in the back. The Super Duper Sturms are on their way into the engagement, though. Vet 5 with their BAR, they probably stack up against rear echelon troops in the late game extremely well now. I don't know how many of their vet bonuses are actually combat related, but they seem to be doing okay. They haven't even taken damage yet. Panzer IV working the AT gun. Ooh.
Okay, taking fire! We're taking effective flank!
White Phosphorus to try and protect a little bit longer. Sturm Pioneers holding strong. Oh, that pack howitzer volley. Oh, and Stuka barrage coming in. I didn't even hear that firing. Not as bad as it could have been, though. Just almost decruised an AT gun. That's not that big of a deal. There goes that AT gun to Panzerschreck shot. Panzer IV continues to be extremely conservative, despite the fact that it could practically drive into the base uncountered. Just one extremely damaged AT gun between it and GG.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. We're back to full strength. We might just make it. Orders!
WuFF trying to salvage this. Gets caught by a fresh squad of vet riflemen and will be forced off that salvage attempt. They're making their way up the right side, maybe to put pressure on the victory points and try and get the clock ticking against WuFF again. WuFF has now pulled into a small victory point lead. 50 ahead. And a huge pop cap lead. He's exhausted all of Fortune's fuel and manpower reserves in the last engagements. And he should be able to take this game. But that double pack howitzer in the back just refuses to go down. This one up to 26 kills in Vet 3, this one about to be Vet 2. I can't believe that WuFF has not lost his patience and just dived on these. That takes some discipline. Getting pounded by artillery all game requires a lot of patience. You're actually going to just go straight for VPs and ignore the fact that that artillery is back there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Panzer IV working on infantry, and it looks like WuFF will take this engagement easily. There's just not enough firepower on the field for Fortune to break through these super squads of Vet 5 infantry. Fresh EZ8 is out, and will prompt WuFF into a retreat, taking too much damage from pack howitzer fire. It looks like the Stuka's moving up for another bombardment, firing it at quite close range despite that EZ8 being here. But the Panzer IV, and now Vet 5, by the way, with 44 kills, will protect. The barrage comes in the back and wipes out this pack howitzer, but the other one, ooh, that was the Vet 3 as well, so good shot. The other one moves up into close range to see what it can do. 350 fuel now for WuFF, and it looks like he wants to go King Tiger, I guess.
Allies at 100 points.
He has almost exactly the pop cap he needs. He would need to stop reinforcing a little bit, though. Throw a Raket Morpher or something. But this amount of manpower float looks like he wants to go King Tiger. No, he will go with the second Panzer IV. He wants to reinforce all of his squads to full, keep his current core of team weapons. So he needs a lower pop cap option and decides to go to second Panzer IV instead of KT. I think either one should be able to take this game. King Tiger probably more decisively than another medium tank, but as long as he's spending it on something. White Phosphorus will take control of the victory point over here on the left, but Vet 5 Sturms are on their way to push this back. EZ8 arrives. Try and secure capture the left side VP. Will do so successfully. The Vet 5 Panzer IV is going to make its way towards the left to counter. And he canceled his Panzer IV and is going to go with the Panther instead, which is actually a pretty low pop cap, I think. 16 compared to the Panzer IV's 12. And by comparison, an EZ8 is 14. So, the Panther is quite close. Panther's done, making its way down the left side. It should be a very powerful tool against the EZ8s. Do a better job of punching through their armor.
They got us zeroed in here!
Area secure. The capture point is being overrun.
Panzer IV working on these infantry, almost snipes them, has to pull back a little bit as the EZ8's moving up. Panther arrives to support. Panzer IV shot bounces. Panther struggling to find a line. Panzer IV shot bounces again. Panther shot will connect, and EZ8 starts going down quick. It's down to half. Panzer IV should be careful, though. He does not want to lose that. There it is. EZ8 destroyed. White Phosphorus is too late to land. And the American AT is here in the base, and here in the back. Panzer IV has not been taken out yet, though, and an ambulance is destroyed. Panther needs to try and get to safety away from the threat of that AT gun, the Panzer IV especially. Duke could move up for bombardment of the base. This would be the perfect time for it, but it can be hard to manage that in the midst of a big engagement. Panther pulls back towards the base for repairs, past a squad of riflemen, but it should be fine. And the Vet 5 Sturms got wiped during this somehow. That's terrible. That's going to hurt his ability to repair a lot. Rest in peace, Vet 5 Sturm Piles. I wonder if they got sniped by the pack howitzer or something.
90-day wonders fall in.
Ready to execute.
I think WuFF would benefit a lot from finding a way to get his Stuka to fire in the middle of these big engagements rather than afterwards.
The enemy is left with only 75 points.
Your opponent will have a lot more trouble dodging those barrages in the midst of a huge micro-intensive fight than afterwards, when he has plenty of time to react. He hears it coming and nothing else is happening. But obviously, for however much more difficult it is for your opponent to micro the dodge, it's that much more difficult for you to micro the actual artillery strike, because you're also managing the engagement at the same time. But if you can find a way to get artillery firing while an engagement's going on, you have much better chances of inflicting serious damage.
Place ready for action.
Give it to him! Taking effective fire!
Support package received. Enemy attacking! The enemy has cut our supply chain.
61 points left for Fortune.
Isolated.
Losing control of the right side victory point. As long as WuFF keeps up the pressure, he should have this. Needs to try and set up a triple cap on the left. Maybe he could throw a grenade over there to secure that engagement.
Ready for deployment!
Grenadiers under attack! Grenade!
Panzer IV is fully repaired in the base. That needs to move to re-engage. Panther is
Standing by.
doing pretty much fine. First squad of Stern Pioneers has also been fielded to assist in repairs. Volks Grenadiers going up against these riflemen. He does actually not have the munitions for a grenade right now. But I think at Vet 5 they'll probably win this anyway. Unless they don't dodge that. No! Now those riflemen have won and victory point control will be briefly preserved. Stuka strike coming in somewhere. Oh, right on this stuff. That wasn't actually that bad. Clears the AT gun. Light damage to other things, but could have been much more harmful than it was. Fallschirmjäger fielded. Hey, whatever happened to that squad of Obersoldaten? Maybe he canceled them before they ever hit the field. I don't know. Fallschirmjäger are fielded out of this building. Unfortunately, they're taking a lot of damage from BAR in the structure, plus Easy 8 fire, so they need to be careful. Panzer IV is moving up to protect. Ooh, they just ate a huge pack howitzer round, and yet another squad of Fallschirmjäger just goes right down the drain without having all that much of an impact. Panther's looking for an opportunity against the Easy 8 here, might be able to finish it off. He needs one more shot. AT gun is rotating to try and push this away, but I'm pretty sure another Easy 8 will be destroyed right here. Ooh, engine damage on the rear, and then the Panther shell just bounced, I think. Oh no, Easy 8 shell bounced. The Panther shot penetrates, and the Easy 8 is destroyed. But it looks like the Panther will be destroyed in exchange here if that AT gun does not get cleared. Picks up the ambulance before he goes down, but armor-piercing rounds from the AT gun will finish him off there. And the Panzer IV is going to be forced out of this engagement after taking heavy damage from, I assume, AT gun fire in the midst of this engagement as well. Stuka could have fired during that, again, to try and clear out your opponent's AT guns in the middle of a big fight. A good option. We'll fire after the engagement once more, maybe clearing out some of these team weapons. Nope, didn't line it up quite right, doesn't really hit anything. 27 kills over the course of an hour-long game is not that much, but it did contribute. Just enough. Triple cap is being set up against Fortune, and this could be the end of the game. The left side has been taken by the Panzer IV and supporting stern piles, and these riflemen will not be able to do anything about it. Double pack howitzer served Fortune quite well this game, though. His opponent never found a way to get rid of these. I don't know how many kills they actually had over the course of the full game. They've been decrewed multiple times, so it's kind of hard to say. Currently, they're sitting at 24, but it's probably more like 40 plus.
Americans down to 25 points. Press the assault. Grenadiers back to full strength. Ready for
I
action.
think it goes without saying also that this Panzer IV gets MVP by far and away. It's a 61 kill Vet 5 Panzer IV, which is something I don't think I've ever seen before. Rebel Commando West, I think did some pretty pretty fancy moves this game. I would say that that has been the center of WuFF's micro attention, and for good reason.
Complete.
AT gun cleared. That's going to be a good setup for this Panzer IV to go in hard and start wreaking havoc. Could pick up another ambulance right there. 2 have already been destroyed. But he prioritizes destruction of this pack howitzer. He's finally had enough. Will he destroy it? No, he's got to switch targets to the AT gun here. AT grenade will damage the Panzer IV's engine. Volksgrenadiers are on their way up the flank to start working the victory points. And I believe that is the game. 0 victory points left, and WuFF finally runs out the clock. 67 kills on his Panzer IV by the end of things, and 350 fuel in the bank, but never chose to field a King Tiger, always operating with more lightweight solutions. I think his Stuka barrages could have taken control of this game much earlier, and I also think that Fortune had this one almost in the bag, but let it slip through his fingers when he made some ill-advised armor pushes into Rakettenwerfer walls too aggressively and not killing enough in exchange for what he lost. He had a huge resource float and pop cap advantage over his opponent, but it slowly turned around thanks to the efforts of this Panzer IV and also a Jagdpanzer earlier on. But in an hour-long game, lots of mistakes are going to get made on both sides. GG. Axis wins.